Greetings, Barbies. This is Asher Barbara 9, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Princess of the Nile Barbie doll from the Dolls of the World Princess Collection. Now, I'm sure that you're familiar with the Dolls of the World collection. You know, the very massive collection of cultural dolls since the 1980s. Oh, I still wish that we had that line currently, but oh well. But yeah, it was a very, very well-liked line. Also very controversial, but let's not talk about that. Well, anyway, the Dolls of the World also had its own sublines, its own subcategories, such as the Festivals of the World line. There was also the Passport collection. However, arguably the most popular collection they had was the Princess collection, which is this very, very massive collection of dolls, all dressed in royal regalia, and they were all princesses. It was so legendary and it was so fun. And I remember wanting to collect at least one of the princess dolls back in the day because this line was so popular when it was still released. I remember Googling about them and looking at the new releases and wanting all the new stuff. This line was just everything. They were very beautiful and very, very detailed, and everyone wanted a piece. I really, really wanted them. Though personally, as an adult collector, I think my tastes have changed. I'm not really into princess dolls anymore. However, at least I wanted to collect at least one of the princess dolls. And I really, really wanted the Princess of the Nile one because I love ancient Egypt. I'm very, very fascinated with ancient Egyptian culture and stuff and history. So yeah, that's why I'm buying this doll. Also, a little disclaimer, I'm obviously not ancient Egyptian. I'm also not an archaeologist, nor a historian, nor am I an expert on ancient Egyptian things and stuff. But I will be doing a little bit of research at least when it comes to reviewing this doll. But really, overall, I'll just be judging her if I think she's pretty or not. The packaging is pretty nice and simple, and it's very much identical to the packaging of most of the Dolls of the World dolls. As you can see here, it has the branding of the Dolls of the World Princess Collection there. And there's also the Barbie Collectibles logo back in the day, because this was the name of the collector line during this time period. And I also love the inner lining here. I love the ancient Egyptian landscape here. There is a bit of an error here though, because the pyramids should not be this close to the Sphinx. And also, if this is during ancient times, then the pyramids should be white because it was covered in limestone. Back then, the pyramids were all smooth and white with a gold topper pyramid at the top. But yeah, those were all stolen and raided by several armies in the past few centuries. So yeah, that's why the pyramids look very different now compared to what it was before. And here's a look at the back of the packaging here. Wow, I love all of this art. This is so cool. Wow. You can go ahead and pause if you want to read all of the description here. It tells of a story, the story of the Princess of the Nile character that we see here. Very fun. And there's also a picture of two of the other dolls in this collection. Very nice, very cute. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough chit chat for now. I will need to open this girl up, and of course, as usual, I will be moving her into an articulated body. And based on my observations here, I think she has the belly button body. I can tell by the arms. This arm sculpt is the arm sculpt that they usually use for the belly button body. So yeah. So of course, I will be using a belly button body as her body donor as well. So the body that I've chosen for her is from this Barbie fashionista artsy that I had. Like this doll, like I bought this like back in 2009, so she's been rotting in my basement for like 15 years now. But yeah, like I think this will be like a very, very good match. Like I think this is the exact same skin tone. I don't think there's gonna be a problem here. But if it's not a good match, then I'll find something else. Anyway, let me just open her up and I will be right back. Here she is out of the box and in her new articulated body, the Princess of the Nile Barbie doll from the Dolls of the World Princess collection. Oh my god, like this doll, she looks so gorgeous, so stunning. Like I'm kind of speechless. My god, like she looks so regal. Everything here looks spectacular. I mean, she's supposed to look regal, like she's quite literally a princess. But I'm getting like queen vibes from her, you know, like a pharaoh of Egypt, as opposed to like just a simple princess. Like, my god, like absolutely stunning. Like, where do I even start with this one? I actually ended up not using the artsy fashionista body for this doll, because even though I did think that it was a very good match, I found something better. So right now, this doll has the Barbie Life in the Dream House Nikki doll's body, because it was a very, very good match. Like, it's almost identical. So yeah, that's why I chose that body instead. And I think I made the right call. Like, wow, like the match is very, very good. It's almost the same skin tone from her original body. And really, I really had to rebody this doll because my god, because the rubber click legs, oh my god, like it gotten so bad. Like it was rotten, it was icky, it was sticky, it was so gunky. I hated it so much. And I think I haven't expressed this before, but just so you know, I actually hate rubber click legs because, yeah, they eventually degrade over time. Yeah, and that's what happened to this doll's original body. Yeah. I know that it's very nostalgic to some people, but personally, I hate it. Like, I hate rubber click legs with a burning passion. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I don't know who the designer of the doll is. I do have the original concept art of the doll here, and there is a signature at the bottom. However, I'm not able to make out the letters there. I'm not able to read it. So if anyone knows who the designer of this doll is, feel free to comment down below because I'm kind of curious. But yeah, like this design, like this doll, like she looks absolutely breathtaking. Like this dress, like my god, like the overall quality, the design, the materials, the concepts, like I could go on. Like she is such a spectacularly designed doll. Wow. Because I've said this before and I'll say it again, Y2K Barbies are a whole different beast compared to the dolls of today. Like the dolls of today could never compete with this level of quality. She also came with quite a few things here. Of course, since she's a collectible doll, she of course has a certificate of authenticity. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, I love the way that they did the certificates back in the day. This is so nice and so presentable. Looks like a diploma almost. Kidding. She also came with this 2-year limited warranty card. And she also came with this, I forgot what this was called, but this is something that you mail back to Mattel and they might give you stuff afterwards once they receive it. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, unfortunately. And for some reason, she also came with this thing, which is a catalog. And it's about Barbie Bazaar, you know, the old Barbie Bazaar magazine from back in the day. Yeah, you can go ahead and pause if you want to read all of that. Like, just scan it here so you can see everything. Yeah, very, very interesting, I think. Yeah, very, very cool as well. Here's the other side as well. There we go. And this was the cover of the catalog. And of course, since she's a collector doll, she also comes with this saddle stand, which was the standard at the time. And look, it also has the Barbie Collectibles logo on it as well. It has gotten yellow over time. Look, I think you can see that, but yeah, there is a lot of yellowing here, but that's okay. And personally, I don't really think that the garment here is 100% accurate to ancient Egyptian culture. But personally, I think that's okay. I'm not opposed to artistic liberties and stuff. Because even though we do have clothing samples and illustrations of what ancient Egyptian fashion was like, we still don't 100% know what it looks like, because it's not like we were there, you know? So yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with artistic interpretations of ancient garments, because quite frankly, this garment looks very modern. Because I didn't really think that there was gold lame back in ancient Egypt. I also don't think that there was micro pleating in ancient Egypt. So yeah, but still there are some small elements here and there that are based in ancient Egyptian culture and fashion, so it's not 100% inaccurate. Here's a close-up of the doll so that we can examine the outfit a bit better. Like I said, wow, this garment is everything. Very, very beautifully designed. I love it so much. Unlike the other princess dolls, this one looks very modern to me, which is fine. I really, really love this. It's such a nice garment. And it has several layers too. I especially love the choice of fabrics. I love the chiffon. I love this lame fabric as well. I also really, really love how they did the pleating. It's so nice, so clean. This is everything. I also really, really love these two ribbons in the front that has some ancient Egyptian symbols printed on them. It is a bit fragile though, as you can see, there's some fraying here. So I tried not to touch it too much. And here's a look at the back here. And yes, there are closures here. There are two closures and they're both metal snaps. And let me just go ahead and open this snap here. And there we go. This piece, by the way, is stitched onto the dress here. And pretty much the other pieces are stitched together as well. I wish that the pieces were not stitched so that I could individually take them out, you know? But yeah, unfortunately they are. But still, it's a very, very nice garment. I really, really love how it's designed. I love the overlay and how it looks. Such a good garment, honestly. Love this so much. Here's a look at the dress without the white overlay on, because yes, you can actually separate this from the gold dress underneath. And it's pretty nice, but of course, it would be much nicer with the overlay on. Of course, the doll here has the goddess face sculpt, which, if you've been around in this channel, you'll know that this is one of my favorite Barbie face sculpts of all time, because I just love it. And I also love that it's used on this doll, because this face sculpt is very, very flexible. It's been used on black dolls, white dolls, Asian dolls. I prefer this on Asian dolls though. But still, she looks great as an Egyptian character. She looks correct here. I really, really love it. And I also love the way that they did the face up here. It's not my favorite face up for the goddess face ever, but still it's very, very beautiful, I think. I especially love the eyes and the eye makeup. Of course, the kohol eyeliner is a must for an ancient Egyptian doll. Very, very accurate too. A kohol was usually made with black or green pigments, and you definitely see the black and the green as an eyeliner here. You can see that, right? Yeah, very, very accurate, very, very nice. I'm not so sure if the gold and the bronzy eyeshadow were accurate though. I don't think that eyeshadow was particularly used back in ancient Egyptian times. It usually was just eyeliner, either black or green. But yeah, I do love how the gold eyeshadow looks here. It looks very nice. I'm also seeing some like pearlescent glitter on her face, because it's only on her face. It wasn't on her original body. You can see that too, right? Yeah, there's a bit of like glitter going on here, and it's pretty nice. Like I think it adds a nice touch there. And I also love the lips. Like look at how they did this. It's very, very nice. I love how it looks here. And the color is also accurate. Back in ancient Egypt, red was the standard color for all lipsticks. So yeah, if you see ancient Egyptian films or TV shows that had pink or nude or gold lipsticks, I'm sorry to say, but those are quite inaccurate. Red was the only standard color for ancient Egyptian lipsticks. And they were usually made with red ochre clay or crushed carmine beetles. Since she's a princess, of course she is blinged out to the max. I love all of the accessories that she has. Like God, like she is decked out. Like I love it. I love all of the accessories here. And they're surprisingly accurate, honestly. I especially love the cute little circlet here. Yes, circlets were very common for ancient Egyptian nobles and royalty. And this one has a uraeus symbol. The uraeus, by the way, this is a symbol of divinity and royalty, and it usually looks like an ancient Egyptian cobra. I also love the necklace here. This is called a wasek, which is a very, very ancient form of a collar necklace. And it's usually beaded, though sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a solid neck piece, such as this one. And it's often adorned with gems, such as turquoise, lapis lazuli, and carnelian. And the colors are surprisingly accurate too. Like they do look like the gems that you would see during ancient Egyptian times. The teal color here is obviously turquoise. The dark blue would be lapis lazuli. And the red, of course, this would be carnelian. I love that. I love how surprisingly accurate this one is. She also has two bracelets here, and they both have the symbol of the Eye of Horus, which is an ancient symbol of protection back in the day. Seriously, this is so accurate. Like, I love how accurate her accessories are. Her hair is pretty interesting. It's a mixture of micro braids and twists. For the most part, the micro braids are here in the front, and for the back, it's mostly the twists. Let me just turn on my turntable so that you can see the back here. There we go. Yeah, it's a very interesting hairstyle. It looks pretty accurate to how ancient Egyptian wigs were. Yes, most ancient Egyptians, just so you know, were bald. Yeah, because they shaved most of their hair because they kind of figured out that a lot of diseases were caused by lice, hair lice specifically, like, you know, the bubonic plague. So yeah, most ancient Egyptians were mostly smooth. Yes, and they wore wigs instead of wearing their natural hair. And the wigs were usually made out of horsehair. I also find it interesting that Mattel already had the technology to make micro braids, but they chose to not make dolls with micro braids until the 2020s. I wonder why. Interesting. And finally, here's a close-up of the shoes here. And they're nothing new or they're nothing special. They're these very, very common high-heeled sandals. And I've seen this several times before on both the plain line and the collector line. Yeah, personally, I would have gone for like a more elaborate shoe sculpt. But during this time period, like Barbie and Mattel, like they didn't really concentrate on shoes too much, so they really did recycle shoes as much as possible. So yeah, overall I am just absolutely wowed by this doll. Like, my god, like she looks so incredibly beautiful. Like the detail, the design here, it's just absolutely magnificent. This is probably one of my favorite purchases from this year. Like, wow. I probably won't be collecting the rest of the princess collection. I just wanted to collect this one because this one is my absolute favorite from the bunch. And so that is it for my review of the Princess of the Nile Barbie doll from the Dolls of the World Princess collection. So tell me what you guys think of her. Do you love her? Do you hate her? Which was your favorite from the Dolls of the World Princess collection? Sound off in the comments down below. And as always, I want to thank you all so much for watching this video. You can also find me on my TikTok and Instagram at AsherBarbara9, where you can view my photography as well as watch my short videos. Anyway, that's it for now. I'm off, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, Barbies!